back with another tier list. Today we're doing video game, not consoles, we just did that one, crap. Controllers. Here with Eli, Brian, and Dan Snake once again. So let's jump right into. We got lots to do here. Lots and lots of controllers.
First up is the basic square or rectangle NES controller.
I want to say before we start, these are not. We don't own all these controllers. Some of these are, unlike the consoles.
That's my keyboard.
Some of these controllers we haven't really used or own, but we have enough experience and knowledge about them to be able to place them. But most of these we have at least tried out once. So, let's jump right into it with the NES controller.
I'd probably say a B or an A tier, just because for what it got the job done, but a lot of people did complain that the rectangle could kind of hurt their hands.
I think it goes in B. It was really innovative, especially since it was sort of the first real one to have a D-pad, but it's not great for super long play sessions either.
Yeah, it does seem like it would hurt your hands being with those like rectangles and stuff. So I'm glad they fixed that later on with some of the other controllers. Speaking of which, yeah, the dog bone.
I don't like how B and A are placed, but otherwise it's perfect. A tier.
This is what.
I'd say A or B, just because basically what Brian said. It's basically perfect, except for the weird A and B placement.
I'm gonna
Super Nintendo. I guess this can count as Super Famicom and SNES Classic ones as well, but I just put it on here once.
I'd probably put it in either A or S because it's basically the dog bone but done right.
I think it belongs in S. Like the start and select buttons are really like machine weird. But otherwise perfect to hold in your hand. But the shell buttons are great. The D-pad is great. Love how the line X buttons have little what they're called divots for your thumbs so you can rest them in. I think overall it's just excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gamecube controller up next.
I'd probably say S rank, just because of how versatile it is, even today. Like, it was able to be used in the Wii, an adapter was made for both the Wii U and the Switch, and it continues to be one of the most popular control methods for games like Smash Bros.
I think,
and
yeah,
it's a
just
really solid controller as well. It feels good to hold, and the button layout makes sense.
I think just because it's stuck around with all these other consoles, that just shows how popular and how good it is.
I think the only complaint I would have is like the D-pad is a little small and weird.
Yeah, the D-pad and the C-stick are a little small, but
they still work well. And the
most games that use analogs, like most games nowadays, don't really use the D-pad primarily. They more or less use the analog sticks.
Right. So I think it still works really well. I think it would go pretty high. Now the Joy-Con, I don't think they're gonna go too high. I think like middle.
C Max.
I'd say either A or B because they're a really good controller, but they are quite small, and the Joy-Con drift is infamous.
I think they're fine. I think they're really clever, but I don't like. Yeah, I don't enjoy controlling this too much.
God forbid you play with just one of them. And
you know what's funny is that I have the biggest hands out of anyone here, yet I'm the one who enjoys the Joy-Cons the most.
They're an innovative idea.
That's kind of funny.
They're an innovative idea. They're too small, really.
Yeah, they're innovative, and there's just so much packed into them, and the HD rumble works really well. But like we recapped with, they're small, and the Joy-Con drift is just infamous.
Okay.
Infamous controller, the Virtual Boy.
Wait, this was a VR headset and a controller?
I can't really give an opinion on this one.
Personally, I'd say like a D. I think it goes in like E, honestly. I don't understand the design one bit. And I mean, there are so few of them made is a good thing.
It's just another chapter in Virtual Boy's troubled history.
I'd say either either C or D because it just looks like it'd be your average controller.
Okay.
For a Virtual Boy, though.
We're just counting these as one entity.
They were innovative. Let's put A.
Let's see what I said. I think they were like B. It's like when they were good, they were really good. When they were bad, they were really bad.
One major complaint I have about...
Like, if somebody walked in front of you or the sensor bar got blocked by something, like, that was always pretty annoying.
I think one thing that I really have complained about this, some like the older Wii remotes, the battery life is just abysmal. After a while, they just don't charge at all. Like, they are really bad at holding a charge. And
I think you're talking about the rechargeable battery packs you have, Tyler, because the Wiimotes run on AA's, not a battery that's built into them.
The other complaint I have is like the Wiimote and Wiimote Plus differences, like how one is, you have to use one and the other, and they're different, and some games require the Wii Motion Plus, which makes it a little bit tricky, but
I do like how they started integrating Wiimote Plus into the Wii remotes from the get-go, because if they were any other company, they would have just kept them separate. But Nintendo understood,
which was a major hassle.
It was in the best interest of their fans to just cut out the unnecessary accessory of going out and buying a Wii Motion Plus for every Wiimote.
Yeah. So let's see. What do we got? N64 controllers up next.
I had the most experience with this one. Honestly, it's not as bad as you think it would be. It really isn't. Most games that are on it, either you hold the two prongs on the outside or one outside prong and the center prong. And I have never felt like I've had to crane my hand in a weird way playing with this. So I'd probably say A or B, just because it is weird looking at it. And some of the layout doesn't exactly make sense, but the more you use it, the more you understand it and get used to it. And it's not as bad as you would think.
I've tried it enough to know how it feels to play with it. Yeah, I've tried it too. I don't like it. I don't like it very much.
It's okay, but
C or D or so.
It did introduce Rumble to controllers, so it does have that accessory. But of course, we do have to bring up the stick failure rate. Like,
I think
over time, the sticks would fail, but it wasn't as fast as the Joy-Cons would start drifting, so it's not as bad, but it's still definitely a problem because of the time that's passed since it came out.
Yeah.
I think it should go in, like, D tier, because this is only has one analog stick compared to the PlayStation 2.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Okay, the gamepad. This one's an interesting one.
Oh my god, where to start with this one?
Objectively, just looking at the gamepad itself, I feel that it's actually a good controller because it feels good in your hands. And even though the D-pad, and even though the buttons, I don't know why I said D-pad, but even though the buttons and the right stick are swapped, because of the size of the gamepad, it doesn't feel awkward. With the Wii U Pro controller, it feels awkward, but with the gamepad, it doesn't.
Okay, one thing, I guess the Wii U Gamepad was a great idea, and it had a lot of great features. It just had a lot of unnecessary compartments to it, especially it was worked as a TV remote. Like, it really didn't even do that. There was a few other things that were just unnecessary about it. But when you compare, when you play a Switch undocked and then you switch over to playing the gamepad, it feels so much different. The Wii U Gamepad is so much more bulkier, but that's expected because it was a first test of it.
Honestly, when it comes to undocked Switch and gamepad, I'd say the gamepad feels better in your hands without adding any sort of grips to the Switch, because there is like a super wide stick grip to the Switch.
Yeah.
Where do we want to put this thing?
I say B because
I'd say B. It does feel nice in your hands, but it has really bad battery life. And
the battery life. Yeah, it is.
It's really sad how underutilized that port.
And another thing that hurts it is that if you break it, you basically have to buy a new console, because it's not like VR controllers or other controllers where if you break it, you just buy a new one and sync it.
Weren't you allowed to use like 2 gamepads at once?
It was an idea, but it never came to fruition in any game.
Yeah, it never happened.
Dang.
Okay, let's do Wii U. Doing this Wii U Pro Controller next. I'm going a little bit out of order here.
That's alright.
Let's do Wii U Pro Controller while we're on time.
I think a lot of people would put the Wii U Pro Controller in S tier, but I really don't know where I'd put it.
I think I put it in like B or C.
I'd probably put it in A tier. It's fine. It's fine for what it is. It feels good in your hands, but the right stick being on the top as opposed to the bottom is just weird.
I think it should go in... I won't put it even in C. I don't like it that much. The triggers feel...
I don't think it deserves E. It's a perfectly fine controller. Really, the only thing wrong with it is the placement of the right stick.
I said C, not E. C. I think it should go there because I don't really like how the triggers and base buttons feel. I don't like the placement of it.
Well, the stick feels fine. I don't like how there's no analog triggers.
Fine. We can put it in B, I guess.
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to put analog triggers on a console's Pro Controller if the console's main controller doesn't have analog.
True.
Wii Classic Controller would like a word with you. Speaking of which, that's not
the Wii Classic
Controller. And
the Wii doesn't have analog.
Okay, anyway, Wii Classic Controller. I can't speak for this one. I never knew it even existed till like a few months ago.
The original Classic Controller I'd probably put in B tier just because of the weird soap dish design that kind of just feels weird. The Classic Controller Pro is definitely a solid A, even S tier, because it feels good in your hands, it's easy to control, and it's not that much of a hassle.
Plus, it was a...
put the Pro on here instead of the Classic and the Pro, so I guess we'll put that in A tier, representing both of them.
I get the Classic Controller was a good alternative if you wanted to do something more traditionally as well, so I think it was a good job on Nintendo's part to put that in. But anyway,
next up is the Duke.
The Switch Pro Controller. Considered the best controller of all time.
The Duke's after this one.
Anyway, okay. Switch Pro Controller. I would say either A tier or S tier because it feels really good in your hands. The buttons are nice and big, and they really feel good to press. The triggers, although not analog because the Joy-Cons don't have analog, they still feel good to press. And the overall grips on the side of the controller feel so good in your hands.
I really like how this is translucent. I got a couple small complaints. Like, putting Amiibo on it feels kind of weird.
Yeah, the Amiibo NFC touchpad is in a weird place.
Triggers down for an extended period of time, like if you're holding an item behind you in Mario Kart, doesn't feel really good to me. But otherwise,
that's more of a personal thing. Like, my fingers have had enough practice with that because I played Mario Kart 7, and if you think that holding down items for a long period of time on a Pro Controller is bad, try using the tiny little buttons on the back of the 3DS.
Oh God. All right, Microsoft, you're up.
Switch Pro Controller are also really good.
We're done with Nintendo, and we're up to Microsoft with the original Xbox controller.
I have no experience with this one.
It's really
I personally put it at B.
Yeah,
it's pretty low.
From what I've heard, it's probably a solid B tier because it was way bigger than it needed to be and was a little awkward for some people.
The buttons look really out like the XYVA. It looked really weird. The right stick, different indentation than the left stick, and it's really weird for both of them. I don't know how the triggers are for the game, but why does this need to be so big? This is not top end. Anyways, Xbox 360. I think this goes in like B. I'd say A or S.
I'd probably put A.
Did we move on to the 360 controller?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably put it in A because it's a nice controller and it feels good, but the D-pad is just really weird. The design they went for controller just doesn't make sense.
The D-pad is definitely a big downer with this one.
And the fact that well, actually, no, that's not really a point to be made against it yet. It's a point to be made against its successor, but you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute.
I think the sticks feel a little weird to me. They're fine, but I don't particularly like them very much.
I like some of them because it gives you.
I really like the controller. If I could use like any controller for gaming, 360 controller would be it.
I can see why you think that.
And a rechargeable battery pack, and you've got a really nice controller.
Yeah.
With a weird D-pad.
So now we're moving on to the Xbox One.
Good D-pad.
Ah, nice.
Xbox One is next.
This one I would probably put in either A or S. I'd say S with a grain of salt, though, because I'd say it would barely make S because of one glaring flaw about the Xbox One controller. It still uses batteries.
And this is the
Oh,
time
God.
they're converting to like rechargeable batteries.
But
Yeah.
even their competition had already done that by that point.
Even Nintendo with like Wii U chargers when
They still haven't done it. The default the controllers still use batteries. Like, come on, Microsoft. You're bragging about your consoles being innovative and at the front of the field and the best on the market, and you treat your controllers like that? Come on.
Oh, I forgot to mention that the Wii U Pro controller, not only is it rechargeable, but it has amazing battery life.
it's like 80 hours, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like the freaking Switch Joy-Cons and Pro controller. Those things last days without having to recharge.
I think a pair of my Switch Joy-Cons just died for the first time.
I put this in like F.
I'd say
Wait, is this Kinect?
Just because it didn't. From my experience with Kinect, it worked okay.
I hated
But
Kinect.
It just really wasn't used as well as it should have been, and just from the get-go, it wasn't really that good either. It couldn't really ever reach its full potential because its hardware wasn't good enough.
Yeah, because
I don't like this.
Well, it could have been better. It's just that in production, for whatever reason, they decided to get rid of a critical component.
Which
there's 2 points I had against this thing. Number one, because Xbox released a bunch of casual games when they didn't need to. Another thing, they nearly made this thing compatible with games that is required for the Xbox One.
That was a huge controversy. People hated that.
I'm not a fan of that
Because it
Kinect.
really works. Like, if I'm trying to wave my hand or say Xbox with on the 360, it never picks that up. And the controls they work fine, but not good. I think it goes with F.
I would say F. Yeah. Okay.
I don't think it's a complete failure.
It had lots of potential, but they completely crapped on it. And yet still over relied on it.
To Sony, we have the PS1 as well as the PS1 DualShock that had the stick. I put them as their own thing on.
Now, I think DualShocks 1, 2, and 3 should basically go together since they're basically the same controller with very slight changes between them.
I think it should all go in like C.
Yeah, I'd say B. Because
The thing I don't like about it is that the stick
Okay.
is on the left, stick is on the bottom.
The only thing I don't like about the
That's also the same deal with like the Wii one.
And the DualShock 4 and stuff. I like them, they're fine.
Okay.
I'd say the OG controller and DualShocks 1 through 3 all go in B or A because they're fine. They feel good mostly, and they make sense.
Okay, the only thing I don't like about like the analog with the DualShock 1 through 3 is the how you turn it on it has that little red light at the bottom, and you have to try and turn that on, and it would be a bitch and not stay on sometimes, or it wouldn't turn on at all. Like, it was just very finicky on how you had to get that to work. So I'm glad they did away with that.
And then DualShock 4 is next. I think this one gets to go in A tier.
I think mid to bottom A tier, maybe top of the B tier, because it is a good controller and it feels really nice. But there's two things about it that people hate. Number one, the sticks can get super screwed up, like the grips on them. If you don't have a covering for them, they can get really messed up, and basically you have to replace them. And the light bar kills the battery life.
Yeah, the light bar I'm not a huge fan of.
Also, I don't like how there's like no select button.
Oh, the select button, no select button, yeah.
I just don't like select was a weird move. Nintendo, I still think, even Nintendo got rid of it, but I still think having plus and minus makes sense. Just having whatever.
They got rid of it but brought it back.
Xbox One lets is weird.
I like the touchpad.
The touchpad is very underused.
But I still like it.
There's only one.
Itself feels good enough to go into.
There's only one game that I know of that utilizes the touchpad, and that's Erica, the game I just did on the channel. And you have to use the touchpad basically the entire time. I never used the Joy-Cons. I never used the joysticks. I never used the shoulder buttons or the triggers. I used X and O and the touchpad, and that was it.
Wow.
For that game. It's all touchpad. It's all touchpad.
PlayStation Move.
I would say I can't give
An opinion on this one.
I have these, but I haven't used them in forever. But they're not that great.
So easier now?
Yeah, probably. They were again it's just like PlayStation's attempt at the Wii remotes. And then Kinect was Microsoft's attempt at motion controls.
It is nice that they repurposed them for PSVR.
Yeah.
PSVR. What's funny is that PSVR, it's I'm trying to think of PSVR was like shoot, I can't think of a good comparison right now. The PSVR is basically like the kid with a flip phone showing up to a smartphone party.
Oh boy. Okay. Anyway,
Next up is the
Sega. We're on Sega now.
It's a bit hard to judge, but
this one is the Master System controller.
I don't think this looks too good. I don't like how this feels like the Xbox 360 D-pad, but you have to use it.
From what I've heard, it was fine. I'd say B.
I think it goes in C.
I can't really grade these. Yeah, I can't really grade these.
For all Sega controllers before the Dreamcast, I'd probably just say B. Dreamcast, I'd probably say either B or C.
For me, okay, anyways, the Saturn controller, I'd say S.
Really?
Wow, that's an assumption.
Really?
I think the Genesis controller, the 6-button one, can go
Anyways,
in
the reason I think that the Saturn gets like an S here is because of its D-pad.
Okay.
Yeah, I have heard the Saturn's D-pad's pretty good.
Okay. I can respect that move.
Also wasn't.
Moving on to the last one is pretty much the original.
I would put it at C.
I think it's probably really stiff, and it's not big enough or small enough to be used.
Yeah, I'd say B.
Yeah.
I think it goes pretty
I mean, it was like the first. It wasn't the first. Well, I don't know if it was the first or not, but it's one of the originals.
first huge super popular one.
So, I guess we could put it there. All right, well, we're done. All right, we got that list done. Let's see, we got 5 in the A, 5 in the A, 5 in the S. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the B, 4 in the C, 2 in the D, 3 in the E, and 1 in the F. You know, Kinect is bad because we usually only put things that we barely know or are like discriminatory or stuff like that in the F tier, but we just put Kinect in the F tier just because how bad it is. So that's sad.
I think if one of us had a Virtual Boy somehow, it would be an F tier.
Probably. Like just the red alone, like that red in the VR thing. Like, why would you want that? All right. Anyway, guys, that is it. Controllers list done. So yeah. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Comment below if you've seen anything you don't like. This is just our opinion. We didn't include we included a lot of the controllers. I don't think we included every one of them.
We like some Atari ones, stuff like
Yeah.
television and all the dumb number pad ones. I didn't include any number pad.
Well, those would all be like F tier or anyway, so it wouldn't really matter. But like those are relevant early stage ones. And then eventually, we're going to get more with the new consoles coming out soon. PlayStation 5 and what is it, Xbox thing. So we'll see what happens there. But anyway, guys, so thank you guys for watching. Until next time, we'll see you guys later.